All right, and welcome everyone to another beautiful Saturday morning with the usual suspects. We have everybody this week, so I'm happy to see everyone. I don't know, I feel like we don't interact quite as much during the week. Everybody seems pretty busy right now, but I love seeing my ladies. I'm glad they're here. I'm glad all you guys are here. Make sure you guys like, follow, share, all that good stuff, and we're going to get into it. So, the ladies will start with your introductions and what have you been playing? We'll just start below, like we normally do. Sorry. I didn't.
Sorry. Of course, it's your girl CHAREECE here, and what have I played? Oh, I finally dusted off my PlayStation 5.
Oh, girl!
I know, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that happened.
I know. I just did it this morning. And I picked back up on Final Fantasy 16.
Oh.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't like this game. I do. I don't. I don't know. It's not, to me, it's still not a true Final Fantasy game, but it's entertaining. The dude is hot. The story is wild. We're here for the shits and giggles.
And what game is it again?
Final Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah, see, that's why I tuned it out. Go ahead.
I feel you. I ain't even mad at it. Again, I've been playing on my Steam Deck. I've been playing Coral Island. That is my new cozy jam. And all of a sudden now, I'm thinking we got this nice little cute farming sim. We get to interact with our people. No, it has turned into a dungeon crawler. So now we're in a dungeon, killing monsters, digging for ores and treasure and stuff. And we're going underwater into the sea to find items. Apparently there's mermaids. So this game has a little bit more depth than I was anticipating. So yeah. I am in slightly more, I'm enjoying it even more because I can still kill stuff, but yet still, just be my calm and go fishing and, so I'm good. What else have I played? I think that's basically it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Miss Delilah? Have you got any games in this week?
Yes, actually, this morning I got a chance to play a little bit of Sonic Frontiers, which, if you all remember from when it released, I believe last year, it was like an open world Sonic type game. Pretty fun. I'm still pretty new. I'm only unlocked like the second tower. So it's pretty cool. And I'm also playing a game that's on Game Pass called Evil West.
I saw that.
Which
this is talking about he played that. So
I heard somebody saying.
I heard rumblings about that game.
Yeah, so definitely check it out because you can because it's on Game Pass. But it starts a little bit slow, and then the controls a little bit different for that type of game. So it's got like a slight learning curve, but graphically, it's an Unreal Engine. It looks pretty cool, and the combat is very like over the top, but everything's modern. Like it's fully voiced, fully animated. Still early in the story. I'm thinking something with like a bloodline, because you're this way. It's like it's a western kind of think. What's that movie back in the day? Desperado. Y'all remember Desperado?
Mm-hmm.
So think that, because it's like vampires, and then you're like this vampire, hunter or whatever, and so it's like, but it's in a western kind of vibe. So it's interesting. Like I'm still pretty early in it, but it's it's entertaining. I don't know if it's going to be like this big grandiose thing, because like I said, I'm still pretty early story wise, but we'll see. But it seems very, very linear, but it is multiplayer, which is surprising. So yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's pretty much it. Of course, I dabble in some other stuff that I constantly play, like Halo and things like that.
But like, I need to know when you play Halo. Okay.
She don't tell nobody, not a damn soul.
Right. I'm like the one game that we can play together.
I usually I just jump in when I look at the season pass, and I play through a little bit, and that's it. Like I'm not
dibble dabble.
That's it. I'm not sweaty palms trying to go in there and get like the highest rank and do ranked multiplayer and stuff, I just jump in. It's because I can turn my brain off and like listen to music while I play that game and like do something else while I play. The same thing with Killer Instinct. Like I just put those on just to kind of do something with my hands while I'm listening to something. That's how I treat it. I'm not that serious about it. That's why I don't ever like advertise, I'm playing Halo and all this. But
that was a long explanation.
It's one of those games, kind of like how y'all treat, I'm guessing here, but like, your dream, your valleys, what they call it? The Dreamville Valley, whatever that y'all call it.
You talking about cozy games? So Halo is a cozy game?
Yeah, believe it or not.
I can see that if that's your go-to game that you just play just to like clock out mentally, but yet still do something with your hands. I can see that. I can see that.
It's muscle memory for me. They haven't changed the control scheme since early 2000s, so it's muscle memory for me. It's like, that's it though. That's it.
All right, Miss Lady.
Good afternoon, everybody. Lady Infamous 415. Well, I would say Call of Duty will be my cozy game because that's what I played this week. It's the 420 event, so you log in.
Wait. They actually made this an event?
Yes, they've had it for years.
They did.
Yeah. Call of Duty knows their audience. That's what's crazy to me. Like, I know they know that we complain about shit, but it's like they're not fixing shit, but they're gonna put in a small set.
They gonna put some shit in there. So they do have a 420 event. You load the game, you get a couple of things like a decal, calling card, and stuff like that. And Cheech and Chong every year, or like if they do like a 420 type skin every year, it only comes out like this weekend, and it goes away. So this one was Cheech and Chong. If you don't know who they are, then you ain't.
Look it up.
You ain't old enough for me.
You should know. You know what I mean?
You know who Cheech and Chong is. You ain't old enough for me.
Right.
Usually packs cost 2,400 COD points. This was 3. I was like, the fuck? So they knew exactly. They got this tracer. When you shoot the bullets and you kill your enemy, they turn into blunts. It turns into blunts.
Oh my god!
I bullshit you not. And
then they like fall to the ground and smoke is like coming out.
Yes,
it's hilarious.
They're finishing.
That's what they know. That's what I'm telling you. They know. They like, we're gonna put in the shit to make you spin, but we're not gonna fix the game.
Yeah, they had fun with that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now. Rebirth is Sweaty City, Cheating Central, Metropolis. It's like there's people that just want to play and go back to one of the good Warzone maps, and it's just overloaded with sweaty cheaters, and it's to the point it's not fun. So I really try to steer off of that. So as far as my cozy game, I played Dragon's Dogma too. I'm telling you, man, I'm enjoying the game because of the conversations between the NPCs and your crew. They were telling me that because I guess all my whole crew members are men, and they was like, hey, why did you think she only picked all men in her crew? It's just a preference. And Dante's like, man, don't worry about it, just keep doing what you're doing. So the magic's good. The level up, the attack combos, you will get your ass whooped. These dragons and these trolls, they commonly on the road that you need to go. There is not playing. They will kick your ass. And I just think it feels like a multiplayer experience without being a multiplayer. I guess it's you and the pawns and stuff. I'm still with X-Buds and I'm still with Gingy's mom's pawns. I think they're just doing a damn thing. They're just doing a damn thing. And question. Yes, ma'am.
So does Gingy mom, does she get something for you having her person in your game?
If it's friends, it's friends is free. So it usually costs money to get a pawn. So when you got a friend online and you want to use their pawn, they free. You give them a good review, you can get them gifts like say you found a bracelet, you can give it to the pawn as a gift.
Oh. And so in her game, does she get that?
No, she'll probably go to her pawn and see her stats and see who her pawn been with, and then they'll say Lady Infamous, and they'll say, for example, I gave him a bracelet, you know. So
okay, interesting. Okay.
like if you make your own pawn, I could play with your pawn. I can play with Delilah's if she go make one. I can play with Boogie's, but not necessarily them playing, you know, at the same time as me. But the story is enriched. I like that every town I go, it feels alive.
Mm-hmm.
You got markets, merchants doing merchant shit, people in the bar getting drunk. That type of game is what I love. That type of game style is what I love. If you want to do a single player game, make it seem the world around the shit you playing is lively. So I've been enjoying that as well. And I think the rest of the week it was Fallout 76. It was just straight grinding. There's, for someone who went back, there's so much stuff that you can do as far as like daily missions, daily quests, ally missions, you know, fetch quests, and then you got the main mission. Now, when you start doing the main missions, like Wasteland DLC and the Overseers and stuff like that, that's where it gets hard. That's where either you got to be tutored to the 9 with armor and bullets to kill these enemies, or you need additional people. So me and LBOOGIE, we played a little bit earlier this week. It was pretty cool. She was on her Steam Deck. I just popped in. I was like, oh, she playing. Let me just jump in her world. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nice.
Her camp is like behind mine. And, you know, we'll play a little bit of hers. We'll play a little bit of mine. We each get loot and caps. We share stuff. So it's pretty cool. For me, I'm trying to level up to 50 so I can go to the pit. If anybody knows about Fallout 3, there's a DLC called Pits, the Pit, aka Pittsburgh, and they said it's something like that. So I was told by other Fallout 76 players, if you want to go there and be comfortable and not get your ass whooped, you need to be level 50. So that's what I'm doing. I think I'm like 36, 37 right now, and the community ain't no joke. I was wanted because I guess I stole something off a box.
Yeah, so you know.
Oh, I was like, man, I'm like, I was like, look, it's 10 caps. Ain't nobody gonna get me. Ain't nobody gonna get me. It's 10 caps. Ain't nobody gonna get me.
And we got like so many people after us, and then because she's wanted, it's like everybody is alert to her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you was with her during this chase?
Yes, yeah.
No, she didn't put heat on y'all.
Yeah. And I think we died like quite a few times there too.
Oh man!
But they let you come back pretty close, you know, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would just keep fighting them.
So eventually, I was just walking aimlessly in the swamp, and a random 800 level player shot my ass and took my bounty. And so when he took the caps, like 10 caps. I got up, I responded back. He started handing out presents. Like a way of saying, like, I had to shoot you, right?
Yeah.
He started giving me like presents, like outfits, plans to like recipes to make food, plans to build certain things. So for the most part, like the old school 76 players are like, look at these new people.
Yeah, there's some high level ones too. I have to say, because they ties into what I've been playing. So was that it that you were playing? And I can just like roll into mine?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So like they have these little boxes now. Like you can tell Bethesda has continued to like make improvements. I mean, there's still some issues, but they've tried to like make the audience, a lot of the gripes go away. One of the things they did instill, because they noticed that people were like leaving stuff for lower level people. So there's like these red boxes that are all around the royal, and if you go to them, it's like ammo, healing stuff, whatever people want to leave for other folks, they'll put it in there and you can go get it. And there's a bunch of live events that happen now, and it's easy to join the live events. There's like there's nothing to it. You just go to the area and you're good to go, like in Destiny, right? Like there'll be a live event, you go to it and you fight with other people. But then people can join, what is it called again, lady? You join your, is it club or clan?
What you talking about? A team?
Team.
Yeah.
So you can join a team. So when you join a live event, you become a team, and then like a lot of the people will like stay because whatever the other people are doing, we all get a little piece. So. Yeah.
Cool.
I like that. That sounds good.
So because I know last time I played 76, it was prior to the NPC update. So
Mhm.
now they have like NPCs in story, like, and you can read things and stuff like that. Because I know before, it just the world felt a little bit empty because you didn't have that interaction. I mean, what
Yeah,
does
I
it
mean,
feel
they
like
added
now?
DLC where there's like, things you have to do with NPCs. It depends on where you're going and what you're trying to do, but there are NPCs around.
I
But
got to look at the update log and just kind of see what was all added since then. Because it was, I mean, I
It
think
is
we played it
different.
right around launch. Like it was
Yeah,
a while ago.
it was rough. It was when we
Yeah.
played it. It was in the very beginning, and it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
But
they still don't look any better.
It's kind of like Sea of Thieves, right? Because then you play Sea of Thieves now is very different than playing Sea of Thieves years ago.
Mhm.
So I mean, you guys are like sparking an interest, and also the TV show.
Oh, for real?
For real.
Yeah, Delilah ain't playing, but
Okay.
She gonna play. She gonna dip in hell.
I know
and dip
that's why I
out.
say that because then she's gonna be like, well, then I'm gonna play.
You know me so well.
So tell Delilah she ain't gonna play.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely the TV show. Like it's funny because my dad is watching the TV show, and I think he's like 2 away or something like that, and he started playing Fallout 76 too. And like now he's starting to see more of like how much the TV show is like that. You know what I mean? Like when you're upstairs, when you come out the vault, fresh meat. Okay. Like we've been out here roughing it.
I think 76 is like a prequel to all of that, to everything that happened in the TV show. It's like years, hundreds of years before it.
Yeah.
But
so I played that. I've been playing. I played some Call of Duty. I think last Sunday or something like that with them. And then I've been playing a couple of Fortnite matches with my little cousins and my daughter because they keep asking me to play. But then don't nobody listen, and I really want to cuss their asses out. I'm like, but we win. But it's just a lot of times we don't win, right? But that, and then okay, so my cozy game that I've been like hooked on now is called Good Pizza, Great Pizza, and you're making pizzas.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, making pizzas. It is one of those games where it's like a restaurant type deal, right?
Yeah.
But so I'm playing on mobile, and then I bought it for $10 on Steam, and they've definitely set up the game for tablet differently, right? Like the handheld, I guess, version, because they'll like give you stuff for like watching commercials and stuff like that. And you don't get that on the Steam version. Like you just have to like huff it, like you have to just grind. So I'm happy I'm playing on here because like I can just turn on an ad, right, and walk away or ignore it and then collect the benefit, right? But it's super addictive because everybody who's coming in to ask you for something, they don't just say, give me a cheese pizza. Well, there's a couple of people that will say that, but for the most part, they'll be like, I'm lactose intolerant, but I want to see this and I want to see that. Like, it's not like, easy peasy. You got to think about what you're doing. And I even found a wiki that has all the pizza recipes because there are like a ton of things that people ask for. Or like, and you don't even know because there's no like guide. It's just like, if you get it right, then it will save the recipe. So somebody's like, yeah, go ahead.
It's the pizza game of all pizza games.
Yeah, it's fun. It's addictive. It's like the other day, I was tired. I wasn't gonna play with Lady and them, but I had forgot I needed to. My daughter had a sleepover, so it was birthday weekend, but I forgot I had to do the show and I hadn't had anything set up. So then after I got all that set up, I was like, okay, now I'm tired. So I just went and listened to my smut book and played my cozy game. So if you're looking for something,
audiobooks.
Yeah, right. I love audiobooks. That's what's going to keep me reading, honestly.
Right. It still counts.
Yeah, it still counts, right? I read a book. But yeah, let's get into it. I think that's everybody. We have all been playing this week, which is great. Which means, I guess, life is allowing us to play.
Right.
Yeah, that part.
All right. Well,
I had to force it this week, bro. Like,
did you? Okay.
I'm just saying.
Like, I'm sitting down, don't nobody bother me, playing some games.
I'm like, I got an hour. Let me try to get this in. Maybe let me try to
Right.
get sometime in. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna just do the topics straight as how I have them. I don't think we're gonna move around because I feel like they flow well enough. So the first topic we have is Microsoft is still making moves, and not necessarily like acquiring, but reestablishing relationships in China. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys know, us in the gaming community, we should all know that, you know, China is a huge market. Tons and tons, or like millions of people play, right? Like they have tons of cafes. People are playing. People are spending money. But they're bringing back Blizzard games to China through NetEase, which for China, you can't, like Microsoft can't be the publisher there. They have to work with a publisher that's already there to be able to handle the game in China. That's the way it works there, right? Mm-hmm. Which to me is kind of smart. Because then it makes outside foreign entities have to buy into the system, I guess is the best way to say that. They can't just come over and do whatever the hell they want to do. So I wanted to hear what you guys thought about this, because if you look at the numbers that they were making before, this is a huge get, right? For Microsoft to be able to get this relationship back, because it sounds like it was really like one person that was being an asshole and I guess turned them off.
One person?
Yeah,
Wow.
like they literally say
Ooh.
it was one guy. Like if you look at the article,
it's the Windows Central, yeah.
Yeah, so he says the CEO blames one jerk for the death of the partnership.
Wow.
One person.
That's wild.
I think it's more than that, but you know, if they say one person, okay.
I mean, to me, that means it was whoever was in charge.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so World of Warcraft is huge over there, and you know people spend tons of money in that game. So they say like that there's 710 million gamers projected to be in the market by 2028. That makes it a 47.7 billion market. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I think it's a 4.7 billion market right now. And I think that by 2028, it'll be a $55 billion market because it's still growing. And then it says that, oh yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, it's just, I mean, those numbers are ridiculous, like crazy high. So it's just the sheer population and just the amount of mobile. Like think about it. A lot of this is probably cloud. A lot of this is PC. A lot of this is, mobile. So just the level of like the consumption that's staggering. You talk about 47 billion, then you think it's going to grow up to 50. You said 55?
Yeah,
that's wild.
So they, like when you talk about like how much they were making before, I guess they were making between 550 and 80 million US dollars in total World of Warcraft spending each year on average. Mm-hmm. And it accounted for about 4 to 6% of the total revenue. So when the deal broke through, they had a big dip in their stock because that's like a nice chunk of what you were making. So now you're not going to be making that money, and to think that they were making that much and it was only 5 to 6% of what they were making. So 550 million to 800 million was only 6% of what they were making.
That's wild.
Right? They're like raking it in. So how do you guys feel about this deal?
I just think they're just trying to make up for lost time as far as trying to collaborate together. I don't know who is this one person that fucked up the partnership.
I don't know who this one person is.
Okay, but I feel like for two companies of that magnitude and that size, it just can't be one person causing a disruption. I just think there's just more. This is my tinfoil hat. It's just more people in the background. More people playing games mean more people.
So can I like just interject for a second? Because you know that like the way they deal business is way different than we deal with business, right? Mm-hmm. So like they literally could have went out to dinner and somebody said something horrible.
Oh really?
And that was it.
We're not fucking with you no more.
It's like, man, his breath stink. They're over. Like it
Like
could come
they don't want to, like when you go, they don't want to like talk business right away. You're supposed to go to dinner and stuff like that. Like there's a whole thing,
like a subculture of how to do business over there.
Yeah, it's
something.
It's not even a
trust.
subculture. It's like
Trust,
it's what it is. Yeah, like if the reason why they go out to dinner and stuff like that is because like I'm trying to put you out. Like if I get bad vibes from you, then I don't want to do business with you.
Yeah.
Which is probably okay. That's probably one of the reasons
It's
why
smart,
it's better
right?
for but that way instead of us coming straight over there, like they have to go through a third party. That's what NetEase sorts. So I'm assuming NetEase knows all these rules and sub rules. That way they can go through them properly, and way we won't have this issue again. The way these gamers, lose access to their games. Honestly, like Lady was saying, I'm all for gamers playing their games. Like,
and they did say that Bethesda, the most they're claiming that people should be able to get their accounts back from where they were.
That was going to be my second question.
Yeah, because they said Bethesda kept everything in the cloud, which is like great that they still paid to keep that information there for so long. So people should be able to go straight back into how they were.
Okay, yeah, because I know those World of Warcraft people. Oh, they love that. Especially they got multiple characters. They have multiple inches or whatever. Like if they had to rebuy all of that, I would be pissed.
Oh, I wouldn't even have played. I would have been in China like, oh, I gotta start from zero at World of Warcraft. No, sir / ma'am. Because that's a lot. Not only is money put into the game, it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
So that's the little silver lining that getting your.
Oh yeah, I know gamers out there are hyped. And they're definitely, and they said that it's supposed to happen right in time for the new expansion for World of Warcraft.
They timed that perfectly.
Yeah. And shout out to J Mac, because I said it was probably whoever was in charge before Phil, but it wasn't Phil. It was Bethesda, which means it was Bobby's ass.
It's Bobby. Wow.
Yeah, Bobby. So, nobody liked him. Like, wow.
Why was he in charge for so long?
Right.
You know why he was in charge for so long?
His history, and like you started the company, so that's literally could be the only reason why you're still there.
Yep.
That's a tough truth.
I mean, I gotta like it.
Yeah. But I think this would be great. It'd be good revenue for Microsoft, right? And it helps Microsoft and Blizzard, right? Because we want them to keep making new IPs. So to me, this is a win. And that's why I said, Microsoft's still making moves. And it's not the type of moves like we're just buying people up, but we're creating relationships in different markets so that we can make sure that we expand.
Because I know you mentioned it earlier, but when was this partnership severed?
I want to say it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I remember reading
2022. I see it.
Yeah, okay.
In 2022, it's severed ties with NetEase. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What if you go 2 years without not playing the game, but the game not even being sold? I'm sure VPNs were used like ugly, like crazy. But like I'm just saying.
It's a great point.
But like hey, gamers, they need that fix. They'll find a way.
Yeah.
They'll find a way. For real.
They'll find a way. So like
she's not lying.
But
yeah,
hey, more props to them. Because I'd have found a way, and I'd have been like, hey, somebody Wikipedia me how to do this real quick. But this is a win all the way around. I don't see any bad to this. I'm sure somebody said something bad about it, but I don't see a bad here. Gamers get more games, Microsoft gets more money.
Yep.
Hey,
it's a win.
It's a win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I was just kind of looking at some of the numbers here, like 710 million gamers projected by 2028. Man,
that's a lot of coins.
Right. That's a huge bag.
Yeah,
that's a lot of player count.
Well, I feel like a lot of, even though we've heard tons of criticism about what Microsoft is doing, and there's obviously we always talk about how they can have better marketing and stuff like that. But I think some of the deals that they've made since the acquiring Bethesda have been, Bethesda and ABK, are bearing fruit, right? because now Microsoft is taking over the PlayStation Store.
Yo,
you about to say
okay. Okay.
In what way, though?
Wait,
like that?
I need no
That is
details.
why-
I need details on that.
That is why I literally dusted off my PlayStation, because I went through the topics. And I was
Yeah.
like, let me look at this right here. And so I turned on my PlayStation. I was like, well, God bleeping it. She right. Why is Fallout all over this mess?
Fallout, Sea of Thieves,
Sea of
Grounded.
Thieves, Grounded.
Yes.
What else?
Okay. So let me run it down. All right. So,
Okay, yeah, show me.
we got
Yeah.
two Fallout games, Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, which are at 16 and 20, respectively. Then we have Call of Duty at number 2. We have Overwatch at number 7, Minecraft at number 19, and two separate games that recently broke exclusivity: Sea of Thieves at number 12 and Grounded at 23.
Like, it's funny, but it's not
I think
funny.
Man, look.
on the flip side, I think Xbox only has MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say the people who are spending that this week, that Xbox players ain't spending no money on no games, and all they play is Game Pass related games. I don't know who you talking about, but I know you ain't talking about me, because I know Dragon Dogma was at least a 50 piece, and I still play my Game Pass games, and I swear I paid for Fallout 76 before it went on Game Pass. So
Yes, me too.
So don't think that those games on your preferred platform now, it's a negative for us as fans and as a community. We thought we would never see the day that Xbox games will be on a PlayStation marketplace.
Right.
That's just something that, all us Xbox fans, had a little thought.
I was saying, especially not the Xbox Game Studios games, because I mean, they already was doing like your Minecraft and stuff like that.
But the real stuff, the games that people were talking mess about for years is on their platform, and they're being successful on their platform. So that will let you know that either, there's people really wanted to play an Xbox game, just not on that platform.
It's on the platform, not the game.
And, and then you have people that are, trying to spin it as a success. Yeah, for you guys, because now you guys get to experience what we have been experienced for a while now with those particular titles. Because Grounded, crack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves, man, look.
I told you, y'all remember, I was like, all the little boys was waiting for Sea of Thieves on PlayStation.
I mean, we played enough to know that we can have some cocktails and just sail the seas and just kick it and just talk while we're doing, our missions, grabbing the loot, grabbing the treasure. But it's good for, look, I will never see, it's a good thing to see something like that, because people want games. At the end of the day, it don't matter how much shit you talk on the internet. It don't matter how blue your check is. The numbers don't lie, and you can see it right there. So for the Sony Onis, enjoy, have fun with Sea of Thieves, have fun with Grounded. Please be careful about those spiders. That's all I got to say.
They always say that we don't buy games because we got Game Pass. Understandable. Say that all you want to. My question is, I would like to see a report on how much we spend on microtransactions.
Yeah, because I definitely will spend on the microtransactions, because I don't have to pay into the system. There
you go. Like, I saved $50 for not buying that game. Okay, well, let me get this skin real quick in this game. Let me get that skin here in that game. How much do we spend on that? Because I'm sure for them to
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I see it every day. I see it every time I buy something. It pops up on my account like, boop, boop. I seen you.
Most of the time I see Microsoft Corporation has, taken out X amount of dollars. I'm like,
thank you for your pre-order for Elden Ring, Shadow of the Earth Tree. Even though it's 2 months away, we'll take the money out in a few days before it, releases. But we got you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that people on that platform get a chance to play those games. I just don't like that every time Xbox makes a genuine effort to be different and adapt to the landscape of gaming. It's always the Sony onlys. I'm not talking. I say Sony onlys because it seems like that is the demographic.
You say Sony onlys to keep from saying ponies, right?
No, Sony onlys. No, not because they ponies. Just because that's all they got, and that's
all they got. Got it. Not necessarily a fanboy, but just
because
that's
they're
all
not
they got.
bought into any other system, you know.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
clear distinction. Got it.
Yeah. So I want to know what I would love to like see people who own the PlayStation platform. I want to know what their experience playing that Xbox game, how it's running. Do you feel
like
about the gameplay? Not fanboyism, not fangirlism, like a genuine gamer that likes games. I want to know if you're
go search up, you know, on Twitch or YouTube, people who are playing the game, and like, you know, the first 20 people, just go below them and find someone.
Not the main people.
Right.
Yeah. Find someone that's a regular person. But really quickly, I want to get this super chat from JMac. Shout out to GWG podcast. Salute, ladies. Great show. Keep up the great work. Hashtag graybeards. We outside. Xbox World Order is fully operational.
Hey.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So I was happy to see this next topic that I chose. So there was an interview with Todd Howard, and he basically says, you know, really good updates, quote, really good updates are coming for Starfield. And I want to know from you guys, is like, does that mean that you're going right back in? Like, as soon as they have an update, you're going to go right back in?
I love Starfield.
I like it. I love it too. Yeah.
Well, the first time I want to start over.
No, I'm telling you.
No, don't do that.
I'm not in.
Do yourself a favor. Just beat the game.
Yeah.
Just beat the game.
I'm pretty close.
Trust me on this.
Just beat the game. Okay.
Just beat the game.
I don't know. I don't
beat
know
the main story.
Girl, starting. This ain't,
don't start over.
This ain't Cyberpunk. This ain't Skyrim.
Yeah.
You start over, you have to refresh your skill tree in its entirety. Especially in my bankroll on Starfield, I'm not starting nothing over. Okay.
I'm not going back to not knowing how to lock pick nothing.
I'm not going back to being broke.
Then you know how long it took me to level that up?
Right.
Come on.
And I was playing when the shit had the bug in it. I was getting so much money. I have so much money. I will never start over.
Before the pack,
I
you can go under the world and shit. Yeah. I did that shit for one whole day, one whole play that I did was just farming.
God. I didn't do it. I was like, I'm not gonna. I should have.
But you knew there was Bethesda. You knew they was gonna do that.
I always do shit like that. Like, I was at the puddle, kneeling down, pointing to the left, like I'm getting all that shit.
You breathing hella easy when you got money in your pocket doing the galaxy.
Oh my god!
I just love the whole because have you ever did when you're doing the space combat and you board somebody's ship while you flying and stuff? That is so satisfying. Oh my gosh!
And it didn't really make me
walking to someone's ship and taking their stuff, like so good.
It's just so big. It's massive. The stories that's just you doing them. It's Bethesda. You doing the main mission. You doing a main mission. A side mission gonna come up in your face and say, "What's up?"
I was like, not talking to
help me.
I already know. I was like,
that's ignore folks.
And you have to.
You can't be ignoring folks now. You can't be doing that.
Yes, I do.
You got to. You're gonna be overwhelmed. I got a ton of quests.
You gotta have a game plan.
Story. I'm at the end of the story, y'all.
Yeah,
and I still got a ton of quests. I'm like, what I do with all this? You know.
Right. Real quick, I gotta get pragmatic Eagle now with $10 super chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. It's up there. That is the same mentality those of that play MMOs have always had. If I'm playing this game for 100 hours, I have no problem throwing 10 to 20 where there is to support the game.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
that's me against Impact, boo.
Yeah, you got a problem with that game.
I do. It's called addiction.
At least you are aware. At least you are aware,
right?
I happily know all of my faults.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Good to know. All right.
That's the first way of growing, baby. Is knowing what you.
Thank you,
Hey,
lady.
she not changing though.
Hey.
She not changing.
I didn't say I was. I just said I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
All
man.
right. So everybody's basically ready for Starfield. He did say that that great updates are being worked on, and that we'll find out about them soon. Which to me says June, unless they like throw up a show in May. But remember, we're in April already.
They're probably gonna do the DLC release, and they're gonna do the upgrades at the same time in June during
Yeah, because I hear we're supposed to hear soon.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing anything, and to me, if they're going to have a show in June, then for them to announce a DLC that's going to drop that day is always the wave. Always.
Mhm.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I bought the DLC, so
Same.
Mhm. Yeah, whenever it comes, I got it.
What the DLC for?
Starfield.
Yeah.
It's called Shattered Space. Yep, Shattered
Yeah,
Space.
I mean, 'cause I got the fucking case. You know what I mean?
Got
I mean,
the super special ultra edition,
right? It's
something like that.
She said,
Yo,
you said
I
a
want a
little
special
salty.
edition that's got that name.
Yeah.
There it is.
had the watch in it, the case, the like
Right.
everything. Yeah.
All of my cases are broken.
Oh yeah, I
That's
remember
pretty
that. I remember that. Oh no,
Yeah.
wait. No, I'm sorry. I hate to do this. Boogie, what that new controller you just got? Why
Oh,
does it
it's
look-
right here. It is so
It
gorgeous.
is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Oh, the
The
light is
army, yes.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
it so pretty. That purple
Like
light is
that.
popping.
Yeah, the sun is
Yeah,
kind
the sun. Yeah, the sun is sunning. Y'all got to check out my Twitter if you want to see pictures, or on my threads. I put it there as well. But I mean, it's so nice.
It's so pretty. I wouldn't play with it. I don't know if I could play with it.
I know when it
Yeah.
came, I was like, "Damn, this is gorgeous." But I have,
the case too has got the purple on the case. I like
it has the
all
purple
the
on the
details.
case, little X got the purple on it. And if you saw, yeah, I don't know. It was a lot though. It's not a cheap, buy, but I love this thing. These are the best colors together. I don't know why. Something just told me with the green to do the purple, and it just, the shiny purple is just.
It's pretty. It's pretty. I'm sorry to get off topic, but I just want to say that because that thing was popping when I saw that photo.
Can I ask, but with that, you can, so that's from the Studio Design Labs with the Elite, right?
You can do elites now, yeah.
So it's like $129.
No.
That's the big truth.
Expensive.
Yeah, like if you want to get the case and everything, because they do separate out the if you want to get the charger and like all the different pieces and stuff like that. But I think I want to say it was either 200 or $250.
Ooh, really?
Let me look real quick. I can tell you. I don't care about telling you.
That's not bad, because that's not bad.
It's a custom, fully
It's a custom series too, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's
So it was $222 because
that's not bad.
But like I said, they allow you to customize everything. So really, in reality, if you want everything that's purple on here to be a different color, you can.
Except the triggers, right? Because the triggers.
No, because even it says on here, thumbsticks I have classified as
Okay.
extra purple, and then like it's all the way down to the little ring that's around the stick. You can change that color. So
Yeah, it's the detail. Like a lot of little things you can do to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. I hurried
I
up and put
can't
it.
find another one. I got like 3.
I have like 5. But
Oh,
the only reason why I got this one is because I had to put away the Halo one. The Halo one, sadly, is starting to have problems with the RB button. So I would like it to be able to stay on the shelf and retire. So
put it out the pasture.
That was so nice too, the limited edition Halo one. Oh,
I know, right?
God.
And I don't want it to something to happen or whatever. So I'm just like, let me put it up now while it still works and it's still like good looking and everything. So
I don't even think I took that one out of the box.
oh yeah, I was definitely playing with it.
Yeah.
I played with the first Gears one that's red that I still have, but my kid was
The one with the claw marks in it?
I played with that one.
I got that with the stand. Yeah, I put that up. I got that with the stand.
Well, that one's up now, but the RB button's all fucked up. So I hate that I didn't put it up before it got messed up. So
yeah, because you just named the 3 I got. So I got the Halo one, this white and black one. This is like my daily driver one. Then I got the all black one, the original one. But that's it. Like,
do you guys think about like the Series 3?
Well, I think it's going to take them longer to do a Series 3 controller unless they introduce something new. Like if we get a new console and they introduce a new way of controller, haptic feedback, cough, then I think there'll be a Series 3.
Yo, I don't know, because this right here is almost perfection.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
man.
I love. Yeah, and like because they're big, I love how it feels in my hand.
I love the weight. The weight of
it's just the weight. It's the weight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Once you go elite, you never go back. I don't care what nobody says.
Like even my kid was like, I don't like playing with this other controller.
Why not?
Right. I mean, because she's spoiled, and because when she has a chance to play mine, then she's like, this one feels much better than mine. But she ended up getting it as like a birthday gift, Like, yeah. So with her, she has the blue one. I have 2 black ones, and I have the white one, and then I have the Halo one, and now I have this one. Too many.
They're nice.
For all the single player games we play.
I'll probably get another elite like around holiday season or triple check month or something like that.
Yeah, if you're having problems for sure too. Like
I can feel the controller starting to have problems. I can feel it. Like
like I knew when I was putting in my password and it was entering extra shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. You're like, all right, you starting to have problems. But sorry, I forgot to make sure we were finished with the last topic. So with Starfield, I feel like we're in agreement that they're probably going to announce something at whatever summer show. But we're already right.
Did you say whatever summer show?
Whatever summer show is going to happen is what I mean. Because we don't know what's going to happen yet.
I mean, I wonder how as a publisher, they're going to handle all this stuff now with them being so large. You got Xbox, Bethesda, and Activision Blizzard. It's like that's
3 separate shows.
They're gonna have to do something like that because it's just you can't just have. I don't know.
I think they need a bigger space in that theater. That's all I gotta say because that's a lot of games. That's a lot of studios.
If they follow allowing them to do their own thing, then I would imagine that they would have their own show.
Yeah, I just wonder how it's gonna be with no E3 now. Like.
I know.
Like they're probably gonna do it around Summer Game Fest. They're probably gonna get a big piece of property with like big spaces.
But do you even think they're gonna do a live in-person event though?
Like
everybody doing digital now.
Instead is right though because they can. Well, I don't know. Don't they do Summer's Game Fest in the same auditorium?
No, it's a smaller, different private venue by Keeley.
Okay, but just the fact that he's doing his, they may piggyback on that. That'll give them an excuse to do it, when he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But what if I just don't want them to do anything with him and like have their own show? Can I be?
Well, I don't mean it like that. I mean just like time period wise, right?
Gotcha.
Because I feel like he's basically taking over the E3 slot.
Oh yeah, he's dancing on that grave.
Yeah. I mean, he is. He's that picture of the guy, the Flash, with the
that's him. Yeah,
that's his ass. For real. Summer's coming.
Look, it's almost May. It's almost May.
Right.
So
it's gonna be here.
If hypothetically for me, if I don't hear nothing by like a month before the summer games. If I don't hear nothing,
next month we have to hear something next month, right? Because
at least by the first week. At least by the first week.
Well, like, what if they come and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do our show and we're gonna have Fan Fest. And y'all going?
I'm going. I don't know how I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna try.
All right.
Sure. I would definitely go for sure.
I feel like if they was gonna have an in-person Fan Fest, they should have already announced something sooner.
Right.
Yeah, but they might be waiting to ensure that people who would normally be ready aren't ready.
My bad.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just saying, you know.
I've seen them do something similar, but in the past, though, like they didn't even like with the very first fan fest. It's like they just that was on the
very first fan fest was
on a whim. Like everybody was already at E3 and like, oh yeah, but we doing this other thing, and it was the best thing.
Yeah.
Like it was awesome. I mean, I didn't get to go to that first one, but I went to the second one, and it was just like, wow, bro! Like it was so different, and it still wasn't as good as the first one from what I heard from other people.
And really, the first one that people talk about isn't the very first one. There was one more before that one. Before you know, they were like, come and sit.
They didn't call it that. They had a different name. It was called C3, which was something communities like that. Because I got the shirt, but it's like. Yeah, it wasn't called Fan Fest, you know.
Right. But they were like, and that was the one where they like gave out like consoles and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there was the one, which was the first one I was at, and that's the one where we had to sleep outside, which wasn't bad, you know. I was still pretty young, so sleeping outside, you know, we do shit like that. Like,
I want CHAREECE to experience it. Fan Fest, I need CHAREECE to experience it if they have it.
It's a different vibe.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's not going to experience what we experienced then. Like,
it's going to be different.
I mean, they were handing out pizza and stuff like while we were in line, and like, you know,
swag
coming
bags
and talking to everybody and everything like that. You know,
you got drink tab things. Go get your drink. Like it was just a vibe. Like so different.
And like it was a lot of fans. It would be like maybe one or two people with PlayStation, but like now you have like a ton of people that go just to get swag and just to resell it. Like they give a shit about Xbox.
Right.
Like,
don't care nothing about
Yeah. So it's just different now.
Yeah, imagine being at Fan Fest, right? Getting a swag bag and then going on eBay and having that same swag bag.
You see it that night. You go to eBay and be like,
you see it that night. In a couple of hours, they go lay that shit out on the table, take pictures, and put it online.
See, that's why I don't think that's why they will. It's gonna be in
have
person.
Another one.
Yeah. Because
I think they can still have an event, just not have Fan Fest, though. You know.
Yeah, they still want to advertise and market their games, right? So they're gonna do something, just like how they do with what's that one they have at the beginning of the year, or they just had one with
the
Dev Direct, like yeah. So they're gonna do something. I mean, I can't wait because it's always for me. It's an exciting time. Anytime you got like Ubisoft, everybody talking about their games, it's always a great thing. I'm definitely curious about like what Sony and Nintendo also gonna do. I just hope it's all within the same amount of time because I hate when COVID hit and how everything was kind of like dispersed. You couldn't find who was doing what, and there wasn't a clear schedule of what was happening. It was just
everything was stacked. Like 2 games at 1:00.
Right.
One from Ubisoft, one from Bandai Namco, for example. And then you gotta like. I understand the convenience of digital. It's just that. Just going to see them talk about it and see the passion in their games affects me harder than somebody saying it on a camera, and just the fans,
and then chilling with y'all too. Like to me, that was some of the best time. It's just grabbing drinks and listen. I'm gonna miss that. I guess that's the biggest part of it. It's just passing out at the hotel and just like having a good time.
Passing out is right.
Having fun, just having fun with like-minded folks. And Summer Game Fest is like that, but it ain't really like that. Look, it's
more of a private thing, right? It's all media.
Yeah,
it's a private thing.
Yeah. It's not like something you can get a ticket for. Well, they said you could get tickets for it, but it's probably gonna be completely different from what people think it would be. Like it's not going to be E3. You're still going to get the over expensive food and stuff like that. It's a much smaller event, which is okay. I can understand. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a Jeff Keighley fan, and I'm not gonna act like it to get into no Summer Game Fest for nobody. So I'm not fixing cap on the app or this podcast. I hope everybody has a good time there. I hope to see what games they're gonna come out with, who's gonna hit my pockets up. Yeah. But as far as that event is something that, you know, I'm not interested in. I'm more interested in what is Bethesda doing a showcase? Is Activision doing a showcase? Right, exactly. Is there tickets? Is Xbox doing something? Do they got tickets? Because I know based on my experience going to E3 and hanging out at Xbox, you know, functions, at the end of the day, the people that's there, they just love Xbox. Well, they'll talk about
it. The bulk majority is, you can tell they're Xbox fans. Like
they fans. It don't matter if you had if you got a room full of 360s or this your first Xbox and you said I'm down for it now. It's just the people makes it so much better. So
yeah.
So I don't know about FanFest though, but like I said, it's almost May. So I don't know. They got to tell me something so I can take the time off. And they got to tell me something before I take the time off.
Yeah, well, who knows? I mean, because like even with their past FanFest events, they wouldn't even announce them like right when E3 was announced. They would do them late, like, you know. So usually most people, only people they could really attend it was people who was already in Cali or close by, or you know, it was willing to take the trip. It was rarely like a lot of East Coast people because it was so far away, and then the plane tickets to do that. Then you got to get a place to stay. Then the hotel cost was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So it was expensive for people. And then they had it to where you didn't know whether you was gonna be able to get in at E3 or not. Because if you didn't get selected to go, then it's all null and void. And so
yeah, you took a chance. You had to buy your ticket before you signed up for FanFest, just in case you didn't get in.
That for me is what started my whole thing of getting refund plane tickets. I always get the refund plane ticket because of that. You know, that's what started it for me. Just because you just never know what could change.
All right, well, I ain't paying for that, so yeah, it is what it is. Y'all gonna give me credit. Is what you gonna do.
I know what I am gonna do if they do got another giveaway like they did last.
Like I'm like, I want money. Bump that.
If they doing another giveaway like they did last year, I'm signing up. I'm taking a chance because that giveaway was one of the best giveaways I've seen from Xbox. Like they flew them out. They went to FanFest. They had pocket money. That was sweet. That was sweet.
That was a nice giveaway they did. Yeah. But moving on, right? Because we did go off on a tangent. One of the last couple of articles that I have that I wanted to talk about was that it sounds like they did a survey. I looked at this article. Damn, I'm having problems getting my words out today. Game Industry Biz talking to the devs, and it sounds like they are, like we are, concerned about the sustainability of live service titles. And I think, and the reason why I chose this is because we literally talked about this last week with all the live service games. But just to give you guys a couple of facts, 70% of game developers are concerned about the present business model of live service games. All right. So they collected data from about 600 respondents that took place in February and March. Additionally, the survey said that 63% are concerned that players will lose interest in their primary concern regarding the business model. Basically, like it's just gonna like die. Like it'll be a flash in the pan type of thing.
Yeah, fatigue. Like we talk about all the time, but like now we're seeing this with movies, with the superhero movies, and it's like franchise fatigue. Like you're you know.
I mean, I think that's what happened with Destiny. Honestly, like it wasn't enough new stuff that you guys were incorporating, and you just get tired of this same old thing, right? And then the last one I wanted to add is that it says that 95% of game makers from 537 studios are developing or maintaining a live service game right now.
The monotony
is that by choice?
Right, because when you get hired to do a job, you're doing a job, right?
Yeah. I feel like, because I play a lot of live service games, or at least I try. I demoed them also, like, because I just played one. We ain't gonna comment on that part though. And you have to have a new gimmick to keep me entertained into it. So and some of them are not hitting. Not even gonna lie to you. But I feel like the decision to make live service games is not necessarily one that the developers make. It's the one that love them, the people who actually sign their paychecks. It's the business side that are making that decision. but it takes a lot to maintain and come up with new ideas all the time when it comes to a live service game. It's something that's not, yeah, it's gonna be how that when it first pops open, but yes, what you got 3 months down the line, what you got 6 months down the line, like you have to keep on coming with that.
Right. And in 2-3 years, like you said, I think that's what they're concerned about. Is that it's like, how do you keep an engine like this going?
You can't. Not after a while. I don't see how. Honestly, Destiny has been going on for 10 something years, and I'm shocked that it's still going on this long. We've been asking for Destiny 3 now. Like, I remember us asking for years ago. Like, just go ahead and just give us Destiny 3 at this point. I don't know. I feel like
they running that Destiny 2 well super dry. I've been waiting. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they need. They need to do something as far as Destiny area as a whole. It used to be so good in the beginning.
For me, it's just Destiny got so repetitive so quickly. Like once you burn through the content, it's like, what is there left to see? I don't feel like grinding.
And that's the problem. There's like after you go through everything, after you do your weeklies, but you can knock them out in a day. There's some reason for you to play again. And like I said, I haven't played in none in like a year, but like I can go back right now and play the whole season and the story part of it anyway, and still get caught up. And then I don't have to play again until like another 2, 3, 4, or 5 weeks until the new season comes out. I don't know. Maybe I would say new events, but then like again, that takes time, effort, and if your developers are already burnt out from doing this for so long, hey, I don't know what to tell you. It's not like y'all just ass out for right now.
And that's coming from somebody who played religiously.
Right.
All the time. Like, all the time.
Yeah, I mean, CHAREECE was thinking about going back into it, and I'm like, I'm not touching it.
Oh, man, that is so weird. Just because, like, I at one point, like, Destiny was like, we could almost have a Destiny podcast. Everybody.
We did.
So remember one time I got banned on YouTube and we had to do a show in that
in Destiny. In Destiny.
Yeah. So that lets you know that that game has been there for a long time, and I just don't. For me, I just wanted to see it. I just want the next installment. I need to know if they're gonna keep Destiny 3 the same, if they're gonna be different. What's the new storyline, things of that nature. That's what I want to see right now as far as Destiny. They can't sell me nothing right now that's gonna make me reinstall that game back at all.
Is it bad that like I have zero interest in zero interest in anything Destiny does at this point? Like
what about Destiny 3? What about Destiny 3 if it comes out?
I don't care. I have no affinity. Like,
and no, that's because it's not like I haven't, and that's totally fine because for a while they had no interest in it. Like I'm not again.
I don't know about that part, but
hey, and I'm not saying anything. Like the story is still peak Destiny. Like it has sci-fi, fantasy, whatever. It's just that after a while, after you do your dailies, there is literally nothing else for you to do. You go play something else. Especially for the people who like run through the whole content like just like that, babe. Stop.
I know a few.
Just take a break. And maybe that's what happened, but like I don't know. For a looter shooter, you got to get that loot, and they wasn't giving that loot, and that dopamine hit wasn't hitting like it was supposed to, and had to cut it loose.
Yeah, go ahead, Delillah.
I was always frustrated with the fact that, because y'all know me, I like to run games solo dolo. I was always frustrated I couldn't do a raid by myself. Like I had to.
Yeah,
I hated that. Like
6 people in a weekend.
Right. Like, what if I can't find? I got 3 people. What if I can't find the other 2? Like,
yo, they just put matchmaking for raids.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember for one that like I had to literally like do looking for game LFG on Xbox to find people, and I had found people and people that I was just run with, but like it wasn't anyone I knew,
And it's a different vibe when you got people you can. You voice chat with them and say, oh, yeah, go do this, go do that. It's just different. But I never understood that. Like it's like I feel like games should always cater to, of course it's great to have multiplayer, but you should also cater to someone like myself who prefers a single player experience. Like if I want something to fall back on, give me bots or something, give me something so I can at least see the content. You spent years making this content, I can't even experience it.
And see, that is one of the reasons why I do like Final Fantasy 14. Is it 14? The MMO. You can do raids and dungeons by yourself. They will let you bring bots into that to do the dungeon. So you can play that whole MMO by yourself.
Right.
Like you ain't gotta join no guild. You ain't gotta talk to nobody. You can just go through the story, make your little crafts, go about your day. Like so many games need to put that in. If you're gonna do a live service, but like most of us are now playing by ourselves, so don't talk to people enough to actually have a crew to run with. Let us play this game by ourselves. Like that would be a feature for me. How many live stories have I dropped because I could not find anybody to play with?
Right, because usually
Lost Ark.
That and usually it's always a time thing. Like they're able to play at a time that I can't play, because for a while, especially when Boogie was on West Coast and ladies on the West Coast, me and you, CHAREECE, and we've been on the East. It's like getting that time zone, or so you playing with somebody who's overseas. It's like just matching up, lining up your day, and you working and then they working, and then it's like we grown around here. Like everybody staying at home chilling and be like, look, man, we could play at 3 p.m. What? It's just not. It's not realistic to to me. And then it has me question, like, well, maybe this game isn't made for me then, because it's not respecting my schedule, So I don't know.
Well, shit, don't get back into Diablo because they definitely don't respect your schedule with them with the world events. The world events, like they happen when they happen. Okay?
And just to make
if you get there, you get there.
Yeah, and just to kind of put a bow on this and like to close a loop on it, that's probably why a lot of people are frustrated with these live service games. It's like, what are we doing? And I feel like at this point, every genre is pretty much covered. Like it's so saturated at this point. What's the next live service realistically going to be? Because right now you got Fortnite throwing everything in there. You know what I'm saying? Fortnite putting in like Avatar, they put in all kind of characters. It plays different now. You got different game modes.
It's like Roblox now.
Right, exactly. So what are we doing? Like, let's just get back to making great games and telling great stories and stuff like that. Like, I never forget when like that you had that one era in 360 where you had Assassin's Creed, BioShock. Like it was just so many different. And at the time, those were like new IPs. And so it was just so much new content constantly being dropped. And like, I'm like, that's the era I want to get to in this current generation. Like, where is that? Where is that? I'm sick of the remasters.
Story's at? That's what
I'm sick of the remasters. Like remaster after remaster after remaster. It's like, what, like you said, where the story's at? And that's why I appreciate games like Banishers, stuff that's fresh, new, trying to tell a story. Like, let's get there. Make a great game. Start with this live service, man. We got them. Every game. They already done tried doing this, the only magic based live service games. They've already tried that. That didn't do too well. What is it? It's called Spellbreak or something like that. They've already did that. Like, what else is realistically can they do? I mean, now you already got Mario Kart. So what you gonna do? Racing can't do that. You already got Forza. So you already got, that's a live service. Like, it's everything to me is covered. They already got the martial arts based one with Blade Point. I think it's called Blade Point, something like that. Like, I don't know. I'm over it. Like that. I'm with them. I'm with the developers out there.
She over it. She over it.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of us are, because it's like, just like we said with the Star Wars Outlaws. Like, why is this a live service game?
I still don't get that one. I need somebody to play that game. And I need to watch them play it if I can figure out what the live service part of this game is. Because I could have sworn this was supposed to be a single player action adventure type game.
Yeah.
Like.
But they're doing that and then like slapping live service on it.
Honestly, and I think that's what killed Suicide Squad. If that had been a single player action adventure
regular game, right? Yeah.
Folks would have ate that shit up.
Yeah, like why did Suicide Squad need to be live service? No answer. Yeah. All right, well, let's move on. So the last topic before we get into titty bitties is, do we actually own our games? Like,
No, not.
do we actually own our games for real though? Like, because even if you owned a physical copy, apparently Ubisoft, Ubisoft or they just revoked the crew from owners' libraries following a server shutdown. So, like, now I don't have the game anymore, but I paid you.
No.
Okay. Explain it, because I thought even when you shut down a server, you can still play the single portion part of the game, correct? You just can't do multiplayer, correct? Is that has always been in the past?
I mean, what I'm thinking is that because even the physical copies don't mean shit anymore, you're not, the game isn't on the CD
at all. Like, I don't even know why we even have releasing a hard copy of these games.
Just buy a case if you feel like you need a case in your house.
Like, why are we still selling steel cases for games? Like, it's empty. It's literally empty.
Yeah, but sometimes they're nice.
Just get a poster.
No, they break. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah, I'm still on a steel case kick. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'll buy a steel case. But we really don't own any of this stuff. That's what it sounds like. Like,
no, we don't. We own
a license. There's no protections really against this. It sounds like, although I guess these people could try to sue them, but yeah.
What gets me also about this is that how the people who bought it on Steam, they actually, like, it literally like disappeared from their library. Like, it literally, like, it told you, like, it graded out for you. Said that you couldn't, had to go to the store and purchase it again or something. Anyway, like, they literally took it from your library, even though, and that, to me, that's I don't know, that was wrong. If you kill the server, understandable, but don't take shit that I bought with my own money. Like, don't even, I don't know, it's just weird. It just felt like an invasion of privacy almost. Like, you just came in my house and took something. Ubisoft, you're falling, boo, you're falling.
Yep. So they basically just took the owner's licenses from all these games, which means, you just, like Sheree says, you just don't have access to it at all anymore. So, because that's what we're all paying for. We're paying for licenses. But to me, I feel like maybe we need to look at what that contract actually means, right? Because, like, when I give you money for a game, we're in a contract with each other where you're providing a service and I'm providing money for that service. But, like, I don't want my lawn guy to come back and just, like, throw all the clippings everywhere. So I don't understand why this is not a bigger issue, because I don't see this really, like, in a lot of places. And I think it's really concerning because it's almost like that's how they're compensating for the low cost of games. It's like, okay, well, now you don't really own the game.
You own the license to use it, but you can't take it with you.
But we don't even own the license. Not if they're able to just take it away.
Like, I'm sorry, you own the permission to play it at the time that they allow you to play it.
License is available. Yeah, that the game is available. Yeah.
Then, if that's the case, then we need to change the language that we're using when we're buying games. We can just say we're renting games.
But for $70, you're renting it for? Like, that don't.
Hey, I'm just saying that's
like, marketing wise. Yeah, that don't sound too good.
But that's what happened here. Yeah, you rented it for like a couple of years, but, like, if you can't play it no more, you want to play it this weekend? Well, you should have luck. You didn't rent it up.
Because another game that happened, like, I think Little Big Planet 3, they shut the servers down for that game recently, and it's like,
I mean, I can understand shutting down the servers, right? And people assume that means that, okay, multiplayer content will not be available, but I should be able to play
still single player, right?
But this was just, like, totally revoking the game.
Like, so even the single player portion, that's wild.
Imagine playing full price for the game. So that's the thing about $70 games. Even though at the end of the day, you might buy this $70 game, or you get a special edition, but you don't know, it might be that one game that the servers die down and the money that you done invested on this particular game, it was kind of a waste.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it like leans more into like, I wish we would see more of GameFly, right? Like it would make you want to pay for GameFly instead of buying games, or Game Pass, right? Because
but that's why Game Pass is so dope, though. That's why.
Right. Like, if I'm never going to own the game anyway, right? I would rather pay for a service and be able to play a ton of different games in the library, than buy a single game.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I've jumped on Game Pass and been like, okay, let me just try this, and then loved it and loved the game.
Cool.
Or tried it and didn't like it and say, I'm glad I didn't spend full price.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a service. Game Pass is a service. So I know I can't trip if they take off a game off my library off of Game Pass because I didn't own it.
It's a rotation, and you knew that you were buying into a rotation.
Yeah,
I think that's where I have the problem with this, is because when we buy games, when we buy an individual game, we don't assume that the purchase will be revoked and we don't get anything back.
Which is interesting. I wonder if was this game part of Ubisoft's subscription, their Ubisoft Plus? Because then, like, what is that? So you pulled that game from their collection, but then you advertise that game as being part of the collection. I don't know. It's a weird place.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why, I mean, it was great to read like a couple weeks ago, or was it last week, about like an Xbox doing the whole game preservation thing, because we're seeing this like in real time with these games.
Like they're just shut down. I mean, even with the stuff that we saw with Warner Brothers and stuff, like we just gotta like close everything down. Like all the content that we had online is just now no longer. Yeah,
it's wild. And you'll think to me it's weird, because it's like, these publishers and these developers invest all this money, hundreds of millions, to create these worlds, and then just in a few short years is gone.
Right.
Like, man, I don't know. But another genre, like, just to kind of pivot from this, another genre that I hope kind of just change. I don't want to say go away, but change would be roguelikes, because y'all know I'm not a fan of roguelike games. Like, I still get that same feeling of like, you built this world in this game and I'm never going to see all of it, because I'm not going to get past the third trial, dying and only get stuck at 3, and then say, okay, well, get good, and then you can see our game. And then I'm like, or I can play something else and beat it from A to Z. Like, don't do me like that.
Get good, I bet. Uninstall.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
That's how I felt about Sekiro. Oh, that shit was horrible.
Beautiful game though, and great gameplay, but like,
I'm it took me like a week to beat that monkey in the water, and then just to find out there's 2 of them down the road. I'm like,
And look, and I got stuck on the drunken guy that you got to get used to. The dude sitting on the side to help you beat. I didn't know that for the longest time. I'm like, so imagine trying to fight him solo dolo and not knowing that you can use the dude to help you. Like, man, I'm like, y'all got it. Wolf
broke me. So I was like, I had to do this. No, I can. I still get. I'm having stress just thinking about it.
Yeah, but see, that's why Elden Ring was so dope though, because the way they handled that whole stress part. It
was stressful still.
Like, yeah, absolutely. But you could choose. You had choices. So you go like, okay, I'm stuck on this boss. Let me go just grind on this over here for a little while and go back when I'm stronger. Or let me get a new relic, or let me see, look this up and see how to beat this. Or let me call my friends in and we can try to fight it together. Or like they gave you options. I can't do that in Sekiro. Like, they got it.
They got it. Okay.
All right. Well, before the sun takes over my face.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do tidbits. All right.
Yeah.
So I only had a couple. I'm not sure if you guys have any, but I'll let you go. I'll go and then you guys can go. So the one is Kingdom of Deliverance 2 put out a new trailer. If you guys saw it, it's supposed to be like much bigger, but still have the it's RPG, right? RPG elements as the first one, which I remember a lot of people playing it last time, but it didn't look as good as it looks this time. And y'all know how I am. Like, Fallout's probably the only dirty game I play. But yeah, so what do you guys think? You want to play Kingdom Deliverance 2? I'm hoping it's on Game Pass.
The first one, I don't know, man. It was kind of rough for me. I got a few hours in, but I didn't do all of the things. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I tried the first one. I think I got, because y'all know I try some weird games anyway. I don't know. I think I got like a good maybe 10 hours into it. I don't know. Enough to like figure out, hey, this is nice, but I don't know if it's for me. I might give this a chance. The trailer did intrigue me a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see.
Yeah, you can only hope that, like, by them making another one, that they just, change some things. Right. Because for me, with Kingdom Come Deliverance, it was like the pacing, and then like, I'm so used to playing fantasy-based games, but that wasn't like, it was more based in the realm of reality.
Yeah.
So it felt different, but it kind of took you out of your element because you're so used to seeing games in that ilk, but not quite. It just, but we'll see, right? I mean, great group, and hopefully they learn a lot. I'm pretty sure they have learned a lot from the first game and the feedback that they got from the first game. So it's good to see that they're still around, and that they are able to focus on a sequel.
So the next two that I have was shared by Lady, but I guess this place called Gaming Illuminati says that The Wolf Among Us 2 is still alive. New screenshots of the game is now in full production. I don't know who this person is.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry, Lady.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I want to see it, as much as I love this game and want to see it part 2, I don't believe it. I don't trust it.
Yeah, I was like, is it happening, or are they just still fishing for investors?
It's okay. I still believe you. I still believe y'all. It's coming, and it's gonna be amazing, and we gonna stream it day one, and we gonna take a day off work.
I love how Lady got that faith.
Optimism is like
ooh.
I'm just, all I gotta say is this. It is a long time. And even though a lot of people don't have faith that this game is going to come out, just remember what other games didn't make it for this game to actually try to make it. So it's just too far. They're in too deep. They're in too deep to say, no, we can't do it. They did the whole little spiel like, oh, the fans said they wanted us back and we getting it back. If that renege on me, I will go on the biggest rant ever. If they say next week, oh, I'm sorry, we ain't got enough money to do this, I will be so upset. They better do a GoFundMe or something, because I need my season 2. Or
how much you putting up then? Sure.
I put 50.
I can put 50.
Baby,
I love it that much.
This game better not be the $50. This is like.
No, if it's the Wolf Among Us like they did last time, I think back in the days they did like was $25-$30 for the whole season.
I think $5. But it might be. This was literally like what 2 console generations ago.
So it's probably gonna be $50 for the whole season for the Wolf Among Us season 2. I need to know what they're gonna do, because if not, I can just order the Fable comic books and just read them. Because I loved it. I loved how they did the nursery rhymes and the fairy tales in that setting, and I fell in love with that game.
Like the dark tone,
and the dark tone,
But y'all know me, like I already
know you
extensively how much I don't like Telltale.
I know. As I was looking at the article,
she like, I know.
Because that's good every time.
She don't want me to say what I'm going to say.
Say it. Delilah doesn't like Telltale games.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, I just remember when we was doing the achievement challenge or whatever, and I literally sat there and pressed the A button the whole time and we got all the achievements, bro. Like, to me, the decisions didn't matter enough for me to change the game significantly. Because to me, that's what I expect with those kind of branching games. That's why I liked
like
As
Oregon
Dusk
Trail,
Falls.
right? Like it better lead to something.
Absolutely. That's why I really enjoyed As Dusk Falls. I remember As Dusk Falls, right? Y'all played through that?
Yep. I played some of it.
And I still haven't finished it because like the way it branches, it shocked me to my core. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can't like mentally take this game right now. It was so
The
heavy.
husband was getting on my nerves early, and
Dude,
I was like,
stupid.
I was like, you
making
getting on my
dumb
damn
decisions.
nerves. I don't know if I.
Like your family, that's your family. Why are you making these dumb
Right.
decisions? Like crazy. But yeah. So, and to me, that's how that game should go. That's how those branching games should go. Should have a different outcome. I shouldn't be able to press one button and get in.
Right.
It don't matter.
That was my issue with Cyberpunk. I'm like, yo, so this shit don't matter.
No.
No.
Like it's already the story's already.
And it was
set.
funny because like I thought it was mattering, right? And then like I talked to my cousin, who's a game dev, and he was like, "No, girl, it don't matter." And I was like, "No, he's just probably like nitpicking, right?" And then I went to somebody, and they were like, "Oh, well, you have to meet me at this place at this time." And one of the options was like, "No." And then when I did it, he was like, "All right, I'll see you at 7:30."
Damn.
Like it did not matter what I chose. Like the story was going to continue the way it was going.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't like Cyberpunk as much.
That you're making choices, like
right. Like why even allow me to make choices? Yeah.
And shout out to Monica. She mentioned Detroit Become Human. That was another one that had great branching.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
That was such a good game. That was such a good game.
I really
oh my god, I didn't like that game.
Why not?
Did you? Well, I don't think you finished it then.
I didn't finish
the story
it
is good. The story is really good.
Were you freaking out about what was happening, or?
I was like, do we not see the parallels here? And I was like,
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, people was talking about it online, like.
I was like, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. My daughter played it. She was like, "Mama, is we seeing what we seeing?" She was like, "Yeah, babe, that's what it is." She's like, "Okay, just as long as we see it." And then she went. I don't even know if she finished it, but she played it for like a hot minute. She went further than I did. Yeah,
it's pretty, very pretty game.
It is a very pretty game now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The eye candy is nice too. Sometimes, you know, just saying.
Yeah, occasionally.
Occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it's becoming food o'clock, so.
So we're not going to talk about Fallout.
Well,
show.
Hold on.
I was ready.
Right. My last little thing I'm gonna say is Tales of Kinzera is coming out on April 23rd. Make sure y'all go play it, especially if you're a side scroller type of player. Looks like you're gonna love it. All right, you guys can talk about whatever tidbits, but make it quick.
Oh, yeah. So I just need a rating for the people who finished watching Fallout.
I've not finished it. I'm on episode 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
Come on, CHAREECE.
Ma'am.
Come on.
Ma'am.
What are you waiting on?
Life.
I ain't got no tidbits.
I swear sometimes I feel like CHAREECE do this on purpose, man. It's always
y'all know I'm always
way.
behind. I'm always behind.
You look.
Maybe,
I'm telling you, you better tell your husband you cannot watch any more geek shows with him, because if you're waiting for his ass, you're gonna be waiting forever.
CHAREECE, put the mobile games down. Put the books down.
AFK Journey and watch some Fallout.
Hey. Yes, ma'am.
I know, right?
All right,
You got
I'm
time
gonna
for
be
that
online
shit.
tonight. That's because I'm watching. I'm gonna get my snacks and I'm gonna
Pop you some popcorn.
You literally could be
make it an
playing a game and watching that though. Like,
I'll probably have to do that.
Well, so for the ladies who finished, did you finish?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
1 to 10.
no, we still had I think one episode, Delilah. One week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I finished it though.
Rate it.
I would give it like 8.7, 8.75.
8.75. Okay.
Out of 10. Yeah.
What about you, Boogie?
Probably a 9.5. It was close to like. It's one of between that and The Last of Us. I think those right now are the best video game live action adaptations that I've seen.
Yeah. All right. It's a 10. It's a 10 for me. So.
Yeah. Well.
And there's a sprinkle of bias in there.
We know. Just a sprinkle.
Right. I know.
Sprinkle.
Right.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. Walton Goggins, I want to say what his name is, but I can't wait. Like, I know the next season is gonna, be following him as well. Mm-hmm. And because they tweeted this. I'm not like spoiling anything, but yeah, I'm like ready. I'm all in. He is like, I've loved everything that man has played in.
Me. Oh my gosh, man! He
just
kills the role.
The
With his
cool
big ass
made me
forehead.
yeah. Well, hey, I kissed that boy.
Like every time he on screen, I'm like paying attention. It's
like, and when you think about it, all the stuff he had said in the beginning was like
goodness,
like cryptic things that made so much sense at the end. I love when shows do that. When you think like because like X-Men 97, one of the things that I think that everybody's loving about X-Men 97 is that everything is interwoven. Everything that they've showed you from the beginning ties into something that you're gonna see later.
That's good writing. That's just good writing.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like, oh man, I don't even want to spoil it because CHAREECE hasn't seen.
Okay, that's fine. I just needed a number.
It's something he says in the last episode, and you've been like, boom.
Boom.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was my only tidbit. That was it.
All right. Anybody else?
Got nothing for you this week, ma'am.
No tidbits. All right. What about you, Delilah?
I don't really got anything. Oh, get this. I'm always pulling some off my desk I got chilling over here. So like get this Vasco. They almost sold out at the Xbox Gear shop. Check these out. They limited, so get them. 90s, yeah, 960. Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Time for outros.
Yes.
We'll start at the bottom, going up. So, Miss Lady.
I want to thank everybody that came through and hanged out with us today. Between YouTube and Twitter, we got almost 80 people up in here. Thank you so much for coming through. Make sure you tell a friend about the best thing on Saturday. Today, in a couple of hours, we're going to go play some The Quarry on Lady Infamous channel 420 special, 21 plus. And then tomorrow, we're either going to play Dragon's Dogma 2 or we're going to play Fallout 76. One or the other. One will get played. One will take a break. And just thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us. And we creeping through our 300th episode. So I'm excited about that. So I just thank y'all.
It's closing in, huh?
Hell yeah, girl. 300. That's a lot.
300.
We're on 96 now.
Yeah. All right. So for me, you all know you can follow me on Threads or Twitter at Delilah_HD. Thank you all for rocking out with us. We appreciate y'all being here. Please, like, share, subscribe, and that's how you say it. And we'll catch y'all next week. So yeah.
All right, everybody, it's your girl CHAREECE here. And lady, I just want to point out, if you do that Fallout 76, I'm gonna need you to learn how to lock pick again. Because you was like low key pissing me off.
Okay. You could have sent me a DM. You could have sent me a message.
I was in your chat, ma'am.
Okay. Hey. That's all right. That's that.
My bad.
You know, lady be struggling on the mini games, man. Like, come on.
Struggling real hard.
But y'all still love me though.
Sometimes.
Dang.
Sometimes. Not right now.
When you spend 30 minutes on that one part though, like.
No. I think she's just more upset of the fact that my lockpick skill was 0, the safe was 0, and I still broke the lock. She broke like 2 of them.
Wow. Yeah,
I get mad if I break one, but I try to get them all on the first one.
But was your skill 0 though?
Yeah.
I hurry up and rank those up, like lockpicking, hacking, and that type of stuff. Like
that's right.
Oh, and be able to carry shit. That's usually what I rank up first in Fallout.
Because it's all about the loot.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's your girl CHAREECE here. I just want to say thank y'all for coming through, and we'll see y'all next week.
Whatever you got in there, King.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Thank you for listening to us. I don't know, like, what do you want to say? Just chat this weekend. We always like coming together, talking to each other. We talk about, this is our therapy once a week to kind of shut the world away and talk about our favorite thing, which is video games. What I'll say for everybody that's listening, please make sure you go play them games, as well as take time out to touch grass.
Thanks.
And yeah, enjoy yourself, be happy. You know, you're here, you got all your faculties, you're blessed. All right, I think that's it for this Saturday. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.